Hey family. I decided to come out here and do a video. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on, period, okay? Ooh, the sun is out. I love it. All right, enough of that. I wanted to do a quick video. Well, first of all, let me just say I give all honor to the Most High God, source of all things, source within. And I wanted to speak about some things that are on my mind, okay? And encourage my brothers and sisters to try to stay upbeat. I know many of you are going through some things. A lot of you, your family members have been, deported as far as, being called to duty, shall I say, due to this so-called crisis that's going on with, the U.S. and Iran, okay? I had meditated on this situation, and a lot of time I keep a lot of things to myself. Let me just say that. But I choose to, if I can uplift anybody's spirit, shall I say, if I can uplift many of your spirits during this time, which is causing a lot of confusion, a lot of unease in people, fear. Oh, how the power to be love your fear. But anyway, but I get it. It's your loved ones that was called back, to active duty. But if I can just, give many of you a sense of peace, shall I say, and comfort. I had meditated on the situation, okay? I went within myself because even though I wasn't affected as far as having a loved one that had to, be called back for active duty, as far as the so-called, war, that a lot of people are hearing about that's brewing, okay, behind the scenes with Iran. Let me just say this. Is there conflict with the U.S. and Iran? Yes, indeed, okay? This is not fake news. But I also sense that this is not going to be a constant, ongoing, shall I say. It's not, let me just say this. I sense that it's not going to escalate to where it just really get out of hand and, due to tit for tat, we bomb them, they bomb us. We bomb them, they bomb us. You get where I'm going with this, and it escalates, I don't sense this, okay? And I know we're dealing with timelines, but in my reality, okay, me first, me going within myself, I don't sense that it's going to escalate like that, okay? Would there be resolve as far as resolve solution? They might try to work things out, but it's still, behind the scenes. Nothing's actually going to really be resolved, but I don't sense that it's going to escalate as far as, your loved ones that was sent off to fight, in this so-called war, shall I say. I sense that many of them will return back home, because I don't sense that it's going to escalate like that. Whatever I say, pray about it, Okay, I don't know everything, but I do know what I know because I go within myself to receive my answers, and you can too. We all pretty much have the power to do that. Let me just say this. I just want many of my brothers and sisters to not be in fear, okay? But it's understandable if you have loved ones that was called, for active duty, my heart go out to you. I can't relate to, your concerns and your fears, your worry. Let me just say that. I can't relate to that. But I am praying that this matter be resolved real quick. Okay, so it won't escalate. So that's my thoughts when it comes to that. Okay, family? That's my thoughts when it comes to that. I don't sense it's going to escalate to where things are going to get out of hand. Okay? And at the end of the day, it's about what you choose to accept as far as it being your reality. If one chooses to be in fear, that's going to be your reality. Okay? We all have the power to change that. We have the choice, either to be in fear and worry, okay, which can escalate as far as what you're putting out, okay, or, you can make the choice, the conscious choice to, be it in a place of empowering yourself and walk in, peace. It's just a matter of choice, okay, to walk in a place of peace and, removing fear, just pretty much, believing, okay, by faith that everything is going to be okay and your loved ones will come back home safely. Okay, it's a mindset. Okay, our mind is very powerful. It can play tricks on us. Okay, it can have us really just, being good morning. It can have us really being in a state of paranoia, if you know what I mean. And you don't really want to go there. Okay, you don't want to go there. So, with that being said, the choices are yours. But I say, peace, be still. Pray about everything, even everything that I'm speaking about right now. Pray about it, okay? All is well. At the end of the day, you know, um, everything is going to work itself out. But out of this, many people, due to their fears, it's not only is it lowering their vibration, but it's feeding something else that's unseen. Okay, it's feeding the unseen, that which is hidden by many. Okay, but it's feeding off of your fears and it's getting off on it. Cause like the words say, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and sound mind. So we really should exercise that. And also in the word it says there's going to be, you know, wars and rumors of wars. Okay, I don't know exactly from word in the scripture, but it speaks of these things that are going to come to pass. So if we know this, we should be on guard to know that these things are going to come to pass. It's just going to be rumors of war. Okay, try not to be so consumed with what you're seeing with these eyes as well as what you're hearing. Okay, go within yourself and get your answers. Go within yourself to get the inner peace and guidance and answers from within. That way, no matter what you're seeing on the news, no matter what you're hearing, you know for yourself that this all just is a smoke screen, okay, for the beast to feed off of people's, emotions and energies, okay, and keep everybody, just in a state of fear and confusion. Basically, see it for what it is. That's all I'm saying. See it for what it is. I saw the movie Messiah. Well, actually, it's like a mini series on Netflix. I thought it was very interesting. I really did. A lot of people, was speaking their opinions about it, their views as far as checking the movie out. And a lot of people don't want to look at it. It's a matter of choice, but it's pretty much like, for the most part, it's speaking about, the coming of, according to people, the Antichrist, as coming in the place of being the Messiah, shall I say, popping up, doing signs and wonders, and you know, many of you have to see it. I don't want to spoil, the movie for you, but it is a mini series, and I only saw like season 1. I find it very fascinating. Let me just tell you one of the things about it that I actually really enjoyed, because it really opened your eyes to how, I can see how many people would be fooled. Let me just say that, okay? Many people who I want to say this the best way I can without anybody getting offended, okay? So have ears to hear, please. Have ears to hear. If you're somebody watching me and you haven't had any experience, but you're open to at least have a listening ear, okay? And you pretty much, the words come out of my mouth, you pretty much get it because you've been watching me and you're up on things, even if you don't have no experience. Now, for those who are watching me who have been having experience, you get what I'm going with this. But for those who are not have no kind of experience, okay, I'm speaking for this group who not have no kind of experience, and they don't watch people like me and like many of you who have your own YouTube channel, okay. Things that come out of our mouth is pretty much like New Age, okay, and due to having a religious background. Due to programming, as far as only relying on the word and that's it, like that's the only information that's out here. They're not going to really take what I say too kindly. And when somebody, let me just say it like this, I'm going to get to the point. When somebody like this person, okay, will pop up on the scene, okay, these people who are religious, and like I said, they have not spiritually awakened yet. Many are going to see it for what it is, as, for some people, because they are looking, they're still looking and they're waiting for Christ's return. Many of them will, wherever they say this person is, they're going to go there because they want to see this person for themselves. They want to see the signs and wonders, okay? The things that have been spoken about in the Word. They want to see this, okay? They want to see the phenomenon. And they also going to look up to this person because they're seeing something in them that they don't see in themselves. Let me just say that, okay? Now, in the Word, Christ did say the things that I can do, many of you will be able to do it also. This is in the Word, okay? This is in the Word. He said the things that I'm able to do, many of you will be able to do it as well. And then far greater things. This is in the Word. If this is the case, and many people are starting to wake up, many people are starting to come into their gifts, okay, by this is the way I look at it, by the Holy Spirit descending upon many people, okay, and they are being awakened spiritually, okay. Well, you're seen through the veil, and as well as you come into your gifts, to a lot of people, they still consider that as bewitched and witchcraft, okay? Overlooking what Christ said, okay? Overlooking what he said. And many people also going to come to a place of knowing. But for a lot of people, they're going to be looking at this as bewitched and witchcraft. You get them going with this? Oh, you shouldn't listen to people like that. Oh, but we're trying to get the word out that, it's in you too, okay? At this time, you're spiritually, asleep, but you never know when you're going to wake up. Getting back to that movie, it's going to be many people who are spiritually asleep, but they see somebody like this coming upon the scene, okay? And the world is noticing them. And the person is not really saying, I am the Messiah, okay? You are who you say you are, but to people, whatever their perception of you, that's who you are to them. Okay, I hope many of you caught that. To many people, while they are observing you, whatever their perception of you, that's whose you are to them. In that movie, that person wasn't saying I was Christ. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what he was saying, but he was not saying, I'm Christ. He wasn't saying none of that. Okay, people were looking up to him because they saw something in him that they wasn't seeing in themselves, and they saw that he was doing a lot of signs and wonders. They saw he had a gift, and the words that would come out of his mouth, okay, was pretty much, you know, um, was pretty much to them. He was coming off like he was the Messiah, okay. But he was saying a lot. He was saying a lot of, things such as, when people was like, well, what should we do and all of that, no, not what should we do, but when someone had asked him, um, what are your plans, where are you trying to go, he was pretty much like, well, I'm relying on my father, I'm waiting for the answers, from my father, pretty much. But he was not coming off saying that he has, the power and he has all the answers. He wasn't doing any of that. All he was doing was just being, okay? But a lot of people were just, looking at him as though, oh, this is him, this is him. He's creating signs and wonders. Will a person like this come upon the scene? There are many people already that have come upon the scene, family, okay? Right now. And many people look up to these people. I don't think you should look up to these people as far as thinking they are better than you. As far as you thinking, just because you see something in them, you don't see it in yourself. If anything, it should make you really want to go within yourself and connect with Source for yourself. That way you won't be relying on everything that you see or hear. You get your answers for yourself, okay? Even, you're watching me. You won't rely on everything I say. Facts check. Pray about it. Go within yourself and get your own answers. I tell many of you this, okay? I'm your sister. I'm walking with you. I'm not trying to walk in front of you. But many people will be bamboozled. They will be bamboozled because, for one thing, they are still, looking, shall I say, for his coming. I see him on the inside already. As far as I'm concerned, he's already here. He's already with us, okay? You go on the inside, Christ is there. All the ascended masters are there. Your ancestors are there. Your guides and your spirit. Your guides, I'm sorry, and your higher self. All of that is inside of you. The kingdom is inside of you. But many people can't really grasp that because they haven't seen it. But I've been humbly blessed to see it. Okay? I say this because, according to that movie, many people are going to be running to and fro when these people pop up on the scenes, when it really gets to where, even though there are a lot of people that are like that now, but they are pretty much going to be focusing on one the most, okay? And just because you have a gift, it's what you do with it, okay? And you either service of the light or you service of darkness. Let me just say that, because the Most High God is no respected person. But many people are going to be running to this person. The word tells you not to do that. We are really to stand still and go within, but many of the people won't be doing that. That's the difference. That's what I got from that movie. And then there are people that were very reluctant not to, run at all. If anything, they was questioning, but they still wasn't spiritually awakened. They was questioning if, as far as, I don't know about this, but they were relying on their intuition, which is a good thing. They were like, I don't know about this. These people are running to this person like this is a Messiah. I don't know about this. There's going to be people like that too, and that's a good thing. But that movie, it never really touched on people really spiritually awakened. Those that wouldn't fall for the okie doke, okay? Those that are out here, okay, that are spiritually woke, that are trying to ring the alarm and let their brothers and sisters know God is in you. We are all one. There is no separation. Okay? Just knowing that alone should make you feel good, and should make you feel like, you know what, nobody's better than me, because that spark of source is in me as well. That alone should make you not want to, look up to people so much that you're idolizing them, because he that is in you is greater than he that's in the world. You don't have to look. Go within yourself. In that movie, a lot of the people were looking. They're still looking, but they're looking outside of themselves. They're not looking inwardly. That's the point I'm trying to make. But I found it to be very interesting. I really did. At the end of the day, you know, due to the timelines, somebody like this will actually appear. And actually, they're here now. They're here now. Let me just say that. But it hasn't been publicly. It hasn't been exposed publicly yet. Okay. For whatever reason, everything's dealing with timeline, family. But it ain't nothing to fear. Okay, it's nothing to fear. Everything's not going to affect everybody. I keep telling many of you that everything's not going to affect everybody. It's who you say you are, and you have the power as far as, creating the reality that you want to see out here, okay? You had the power all along. Many of you are not, you're not exercising it due to looking outside of yourself. And there's nothing wrong with, checking out your brothers and sisters, for advice, for guidance. There's nothing wrong with that. But just know you can get the same advice and guidance on the inside of you. Seek, and so shall you find. I'm going to end this video. I don't want to make it long. I do want to say this real quick. I've been noticing lately, in my reality, I have to say that, since this year has started, the sky been looking pretty violet to me. Even though it's a blue sky, as you see. But there are times when I'm looking at it, I start off seeing blue, and then I'll start seeing violet. It's a vibrational thing, family. Many of you are going to start to awaken to where you're going to start seeing things other people are not seeing. You're not crazy. Everybody just vibrationally at a different place. There are beings all around you anyway. Due to the veil, you're not able to see it. But those who have eyes to see, and as well, this eye is what I'm talking about. They have eyes to see, as well as due to their vibration. They are seeing these beings because they are matching their vibration. Everything is really in the now. There really isn't no time. I hate they started that. That's man-made too. There really isn't no time. But in this matrix, according to the matrix, it is. But there really isn't no time. Everything is really in the now. But I'm seeing something so beautiful. I'm seeing a sky that's violet. And a host of other things. I don't know if I ever said this before, but I'm going to say this real quick. As I was starting to awaken, there has been times I would be sitting down staring at a wall, right? At a white wall. And I would notice the wall. It's like I would go into a trance or something, but I'd be staring at the wall. And I would notice the wall would go from white to yellow. Or I would say looking goldish looking. And I thought something wrong with my eyes. I rubbed my eyes and everything. I didn't really know what this was, you know. And it would happen to me every time. This was during the period of me starting to awaken. I probably say that I was experiencing this way back in 2009. But I would notice the wall would go from white to yellowish gold looking, you know. And I would do like this and rub my eyes and all of that. Moving forward, then I would start seeing lines or shapes, shall I say. I done a video talking about this, just when I spoke about the grid line and all of that. But I would start seeing weird things being projected outwardly on the wall, okay? Sort of like when you go within yourself, you see images. Well, we can also see images outside being projected from our third eye. There's been times I would wake up, okay, about maybe a year or 2 years ago, wake up and I would see spiders on my wall, but they would look shaded looking. Freaked me out. I'm like, what the? Come to find out, my higher self revealed it to me. And then also I received confirmation by watching this person speak about it. And I knew what they were saying was the truth because I seen it for myself. They look like shadow looking spiders, okay? This is AI technology, family. Look at it this way. AI technology is very advanced. It's been around a long time. This ain't nothing new. The ETs knows about it. Can you imagine this kind of technology ET has been using, and they've been dipping in and out of our timelines. They've been dipping in and out of our well, that's what I mean, a timeline as far as the past as well as the future, because ETs can do that. They have the technology to dip in and out of the wormhole as far as going to different timelines. Can you imagine the same technology man is using, shall I say, in this timeline? Can you imagine the information that's stored within the AI technology and who could be using it? I ain't gonna say for good, but to be using it to spy on people, especially for those who are starting to wake up. I'm gonna leave it right there. So just imagine many of you who are starting to wake up, and you know this because you're seeing things. And one of the things you have been seeing has been like shadow-looking spiders. You'll see them, they be crawling on the wall, and all of a sudden they disappear. Well, they sorry, fam, I got distracted. All right, let me continue real quick for my video shut off. But let me just say this for many of you. If you are wondering, are you starting to wake up? If you're wondering if your third eye is awakening, hint, stare at a wall. See if you notice any changes at that white wall. I know I didn't say that at first, but see if you notice any changes by staring at that white wall. See if you notice any changes when you look at it up in the sky and it looks different to you. Or you see things flying around that normally wasn't flying around up there. And I'm not talking about drones. I'm not talking about planes, okay? See if you notice when you look straight up above you, it's a light ship. It's hovering right above you. It's way up in the sky, but it's up there. And it just happened to be above you. You look around a little bit, look back up, it's gone. Start seeing when you're in your room and you're seeing gold. It looks like gold dust, gold particles in your room showing up, flickering in your room. You might see maybe more than one, okay? But make sure the sun is shining in your room. Open your blinds up or your curtains. Let the sunlight in. That's the time I'm normally seeing it, okay? It's pretty much, during the daytime. See if you're noticing some sparkles of light or gold looking sparkles showing up in your room. See if you notice when you wake up, whether it be meditation or in the morning, early in the morning, you're noticing something shadowy that's on your wall. It might be still, but the more you look at it, it's moving around and it has like legs, like a spider. That's AI technology spying on you because you are one of the chosen. You're waking up. Now, I'm not saying you're one of the chosen because you're better than nobody. I didn't say that. I'm just saying it's a sign that you're waking up. It's one of the signs that you're waking up. You're just being spied on. That's all. At the end of the day, the power that be knows those who are awakening, okay? For such a time as this. And everybody's going to wake up in their own divine timing. But it's a matter of choice, okay? As well as a matter of choice whether you're going to serve the light or the darkness. That's a matter of choice. It's what you do with the gift that you are given that determines everything. Have no fear, family. You feeling some type of way? Go meditate. Expand that light within you, okay? Because when you do, and you put your focus on your I am present, which is your higher self, you put your focus on, Source God of all things, being one with your higher self, being one with Source God, being one with Earth Gaia. That's a powerful thing. That's really putting a nice bubble around you. You're one with it all. Because at the end of the day, there is no separation. Please know that. We're energy beings. We never die. Much love to you, family. Peace for now.